The TV deal is official, and now we can stop speculating. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Zwicker from Fast Count coming at you. And before I get into this video, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps the channel out in more ways than you even know. Plus, it's free. So tonight was the 5-year anniversary of AEW Dynamite. It has been a tumultuous 5 years in this short company's history. We saw a great match between Ricochet and Will Ospreay, where it looks like we're going to be running it back in the future. We got the debut of Shelton Benjamin. We saw the return of Jay White, and we saw a match get set up next week between Bryan Danielson and Wheeler Yuta versus Claudio Castagnoli and Pac. But the important news that broke today was we officially got confirmation that the AEW Warner Brothers Discovery TV deal is done. The important details of this deal is that we are now going to be having Dynamite and Collision simulcast on Max. We are going to be getting pay-per-views at a discounted rate. That's a little bit disappointing to me, if you really want me to be honest. I was crossing my fingers that we're going to get a similar situation that WWE has with Peacock, where the pay-per-views are included in the streaming service, but it's better than nothing, I guess. And it sounds like we are going to possibly get the return of AEW Dark, and we are possibly going to get AEW Rampage replaced with AEW Shockwave, which is going to be on Fox. Not sure if it's going to be on Fox proper or FS1, but that is certainly to be talked about in the future, and it's possibly in the mix to be happening. But what this TV deal represents is, I don't think people realize like how big of a deal this is. This TV deal that they have gotten is going to be paying them upwards of $180 million for a company that is only 5 years old. It feels like it's been around a little bit longer because the constant tribalism that we hear, online and see online, where you're always talking about ratings, you're always talking about attendings, you're always talking about gates and all these things that really wasn't a discussion when I was growing up when it came to wrestling. It was something that is within the last couple of years has really been brought up. And it's just a weird type of thought process in my point of view. Because to me, it's like, if whether there's one person in the building or one person watching on TV, and if that one person is me and I like it, why does it matter? It's never been a conversation that made any sense to me. But I digress. This is a deal that is going to be extending this company and being on our TV for at least the next 5 years. And I think this is a victory for wrestling in general. I know that there's people who watch my content who don't really watch the AEW and only watch WWE, or watch WWE mainly and check in on what's going on with AEW occasionally when you hear something that piques your interest. But for me, I've never understood the people who have talked about and have rooted for AEW to go out of business. Because think about it like this, and I like to use this example when I talk to people. Think about who is your favorite film director, whether it's Spielberg, Scorsese, Christopher Nolan, or if it's none of those guys that I just mentioned. And imagine that every single movie that came out of Hollywood, whether it's a comedy, a romantic comedy, a chick flick, a horror movie, a superhero movie, whatever type of movie, it's only directed by that one individual. You're only going to be getting that person's directing style, that person's point of view, and that person's way of how to shoot a film. And I personally like there to be as many options, as many ways to do something, and as many ways to present wrestling as possible. So whether I like AEW, don't like AEW, love WWE, don't like WWE, I like the fact that there is two major options that we can check in on. And there's also a bunch of different smaller options like TNA. Yeah, I don't know anybody who personally watches the NWA, but there's that. You also got Noah, and you also got New Japan. So there's options. But the fact that we have two major companies in the American TV system is something that I think that should be celebrated by everybody. And the fact that you have the option, if you are a wrestler, if you're even inspiring to be in the wrestling business, the fact that you have two major companies that you could possibly strive for to join is a great thing for everybody all around. I am personally pleased with this. I think it's great. I think the fact that these are guys who have been rooted against for a while. Tony Khan is a guy who, whether you like him or not, I think it's a guy who had a fantastic life before he got into the wrestling business and decided to step into this murky business and provide people with an option to watch. I think that's something that should be celebrated. I don't think that's something that should be talked down upon, but it is what it is. We have a bright future with this company. We have a better way to view this show. I'm personally now, since the fact that they've announced that it's going to be simulcasting on Max, I'm going to be cutting that cord as soon as that Max deal hits in January. So I'm personally happy about that as well. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys happy that AEW landed this TV deal? Are you excited about the prospect of the future? Are you upset that they landed a TV deal and you were hoping that they were going to get canned and you were never going to see AEW on your television screen again? Let me know in the comment section. Like I said before, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps the channel out in more ways than you even know. I am Kevin Zwicker. I'm out.